It's pie season, and if you don't know how to make homemade pie crust, I'm about to show you. This is my absolute favorite one. Not only is it so delicious, but it is so easy and it takes like 5 minutes from start to finish. One thing I absolutely love about this pie crust, you make it in a food processor. It makes the process so much easier. So we're gonna put 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour into the food processor. A teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, 1 cup of butter. Using high quality butter is gonna be so important in a recipe that has so few ingredients, where like the butter really is the star. It's what's gonna give this pie crust flavor. Vermont Creamery is my favorite butter brand. I'm just cutting 1 cup of butter into these little cubes. It's gonna make it so when it goes into the food processor, it blends better. So we're just gonna pulse this until it comes together. We just wanna pulse it until it creates this like sandy texture. Here's the deal. Water usually is the thing that goes into pie crust at the very end. But if you use vodka, it's even better because vodka is going to steam off as it cooks more than water, which basically means your pie crust is gonna end up flakier and more delicious. My vodka is room temperature right now, so I'm just gonna cool it down by putting some ice over it. And then from there, I'll measure it out. About 3 to 4 tablespoons. And now we're gonna continue that process while we stream in that vodka. So we're at our critical point right now. Watch, you're gonna notice this goes from like drier to wetter. Do you hear that? You can see these big clumps forming. It's formed these sort of like sandy clumps all over. That is perfect. That means it's mixed enough. I like to put my pie crust down on parchment paper or plastic wrap. That way you don't get your counter all dirty. It's just kind of gross. You want to work fairly quickly and just move this all together with your hands. I'm just going to separate it into 2. If you want to weigh it out, you can. I kind of just eyeball it. I'm just going to mold this into a disc, and I sort of like squeeze them and then I'll tap them so you don't get these craggy edges. It just makes it so it has like a nice smooth edge for when you roll it out. You can make this pie crust up to a week ahead of time. Wrap it super airtight in plastic wrap and it can go in the fridge for a week. Okay, so here's my last like very helpful tip. This has like changed the game in terms of my pies. So typically with pie dough, you need to make it cold before you bake it, just so it doesn't like melt all over everywhere. You really want it to be as cold as possible so that it like bakes up to this beautifully buttery thing. But we can roll it out ahead of time, then put it in the fridge, which makes our whole rolling process so much easier. You don't have to like be killing yourself with cold pie dough. So I'm just gonna roll this out between 2 pieces of parchment paper. This is also gonna be so helpful because it means we don't have to use a ton of flour. Okay, there we go, absolutely perfect. And now we can put it directly into our pie plate. You literally just go like this, line it up in the middle, push everything in. Now you can go ahead and take off your parchment. And we're just going to basically fold it and shape it. All right, there you have it. Pretty much like the most perfect pie crust ever. This just needs to go into the fridge for like 30 minutes to set. If you're doing any longer than 30 minutes, I would wrap it in plastic wrap, but that is it. So hope you enjoyed. Happy pie season. Love you, bye. Mwah.